How we doing?
Hey guys.
Woo! Look at this. Isn't this amazing?
They look amazing.
Woo! Feel like a rock star up here.
You are a rock star.
Oh, you're a rock star. All right. So I don't know. I want to start this off, and we'll kind of go through just like a short introduce ourselves a little bit. I think it's awesome that we're all mamas up here.
That's right. That's right.
Woo! I like the combo. So I am Megan Wood from Lafayette, Indiana. I'm part of Mike and Noelle Leventovich. You guys heard my story yesterday. So I just want to say, like, it's all about doing what you can with the amount of time that you have. I made a choice that I'm never going to let my son look at me and be like, my mom didn't fight hard for me. My mom wasn't a hard worker. My mom can't give me the things in life that I want and that I need. My son is never going to say those words. And so I'm just super fired up to be here, and I'm super fired up for what you guys are going to learn from us today. Love you.
And I'm VeRae Joseph. I'm married to Jake Joseph. That's right. So Jake and I are from Albuquerque, New Mexico. Like she said, I'm a mama. I've got 2 daughters, so just super blessed to be up here and talking to you guys today. And I would touch with on what Megan said. You know, a lot of people might think like, oh, this is all that they do. This is how they're successful. But we've got a family too. We take the time with our kids, but like she said, the time that we do have to put into our business, we're 100% in at that time. So if you guys have families or other obstacles, I would just say the time that you do have to put into this business, make sure you're putting it into the business.
Right.
Hey guys, I'm Stephany Rodriguez. I'm from Treasure Island, Florida, hired by Big Mike Hartley, and I have my fiance here, Mike. We call him my Mike, so people don't think that I'm going out with Big Mike.
Well,
we have 2 kids, 10 and 3, but the girls said it perfectly. We do this for everyone. We do it for our kids, we do it for our families, and we do it for you guys too. Setting the example and just putting everything we can in when we are working is so important, because when we go home, that should be family time. And we're not the only ones with kids, so hopefully kind of seeing what we do and how our schedule works and everything that we have done leading up to this moment is helpful for you, and we something to
In 24/7 mamas.
That's
in
right.
24/7 family. In 24/7 alliance.
That's right.
That's right. So I'll kind of run you through my day. So when my son was in kindergarten, I would wake up in the morning. I'd drop him off at school at 7:30 a.m. I would make it back to the office and have my morning meeting with my staff till 8:30. I would go out. I would enter in all my people, all my leads into my road warrior the night before, and I'll go into that a little bit as well. But I would leave there at 8:30, go to my first home, and then my next closest home, and then my next closest home, and then my next closest home, until 1 o'clock. I would have to leave and go pick up my son from school. And then I get to be a stay-at-home mom. So it's all about what can I do with the short amount of time that I have? What can I get in that day to be successful? And I plan the night ahead. I plan to be successful. I have a list of 20 people that I put the night before that I'm going to do secondary sales. And then I also put into my Road Warrior app. And it's an app that you can put all your leads into, as many. I think I pay like $9 to be able to put an unlimited amount of addresses into my Road Warrior. Because I'll tell you, I would have picked Bob, and Bob lived 30 minutes away, but I thought it was going to be a fantastic lead. I'm like, Bob looks good. I know I'm going to sell to Bob.
He didn't sound like he had COPD.
I know. He needs something. But Mary was literally 2 minutes from me, but I was choosing Bob 30 minutes away because I thought he looked good. So the Road Warrior app, it just basically, it tells you where to go next. And then you get there and it tells you where to go next. You put optimize and it'll tell you the closest home to you, the next closest home, the next closest home. So you don't have to make that decision of what lead you think is going to be a good lead. So, I mean, just every day with the time that I have, what can I fit into the day? And I pick up my son, and I am a stay-at-home mom. I don't do door knocks after I pick up my son. I have that time, and I am in fully with the time that I have. And I just think planning the night before is definitely a huge thing, because you wake up and you're ready to go. You already know what you're going to do. You know you're going to be successful because you planned it the night before. You have to set yourself up to succeed instead of set yourself up for failure. Go ahead.
So I run my schedule way different than she does, but I mean, everything works because it's just what works for you. What works for Megan might not work for you. What works for me might not work for Steph. So I dial every Monday, and we book 20 appointments for Tuesday, Wednesday. We pick up the phone again on Thursday, and we dial to book 20 more appointments Friday and Saturday. So 40 appointments a week, dialing on Mondays, and then picking up the phone again and dialing on Thursdays. So the way our subject today is door knocking, so we still door knock, maybe not in the way that Megan does, but the way that I door knock is if I have a no-show, because you are going to book appointments where maybe they're not there. So being prepared with, okay, they didn't show up, so instead of wasting this time in the car, how can I be out helping another family or maybe making a secondary sale? So that's how I run my schedule, is door knocking on the no-shows, or maybe I didn't have as successful as a dial session as I wanted to, then I'll start door knocking for that. Or maybe it's just somebody I haven't gotten a hold of for a long time.
Right, and mine is actually a mixture of the two. But I think it's important to know that my schedule has evolved, as I'm sure everybody's has. So the way that you see it may not be the way that you guys start out, but it's okay to change your schedule and try and find a little bit of what works. When I first started, and I would go to dial sessions, I was terrified of the phone. So even if they picked up, I would hang up. And if I did try and dial, I would lock myself in Big Mike's other room where no one could hear me because I was just terrified. And I didn't have that much time when I was first starting out. As you guys kind of heard last night, we had no money for babysitters, so I was really limited. I had 2 days a week, 4 hours each day. So if I was lucky enough to get one appointment, they didn't show up, I would be left with nothing to do. So I started door knocking instead. And when I finally sat with people, I saw what it was that I was supposed to be doing and how I could serve them. And that gave me the confidence I needed to be able to start dialing. So my script evolved. I took a little bit from a few of the people in the office, and it became my own. But now I do try and book VeRae 10-10, dial Thursday 10-10. But if for whatever reason that doesn't happen, usually it falls about 7 or 8, I will right then get all the leads I have in that area, and I will road warrior them before I leave the office, and then I will put the papers in order so it's all ready to go. So when I get in the car in the morning, all I have to do is open my book and go. And that seems to be working out well.
I think it's important to know, it's do what works and don't change it. I mean, do what works until it does not work anymore. Keep doing that. I know we want to run through a couple door knock scripts so you guys can kind of get an idea. I know a lot of you are brand new So we want to show you basically what that looks like. So got our knocker. Okay, wait. Hang on, I'm not ready to knock.
Hold on.
That wasn't my knock anyway. Let's get a real knock.
So Megan is gonna be door knocking me. So I'm the lead. Okay, guys.
Yeah. You're gonna be Mary. Mary. Okay. Hang on. And so this is how I kind of run through it. I got my leads, and I got my leads in my car, my front seat, passenger seat, all my leads stacked up. I got my bags. I pull up to her home. I pull up to Mary's house. I do not pull in the driveway. I pull on the road. Not right in front of the house either, because I don't want Mary to know, like, who in the heck is pulling up at my house? Like, who is that? Don't answer the door. So no, I don't pull up in her driveway. I don't pull up right by her house. I might pull just a little bit, maybe even in between houses. So, I mean, they don't know where I'm going. So I have everything. I got my bag. I got my delivery notice, which I'll talk about here in a minute. But I got the delivery notice. I got my phone. I got my pen. I got the lead. And so I have everything ready because I am expecting that Mary is going to be home. I am expecting that Mary is going to let me in, and I am expecting to write an application and help out Mary. Like, that's what I'm going to do. And I think just having that in your head, it means everything. Because if you expect Mary's not going to be home, she ain't going to be home. Mary ain't going to let me in. Mary ain't going to like me. No, you can't do that because you're tricking yourself. Mary's going to be home. Mary's going to let me in. And I'm going to help Mary out. So I have all my stuff ready. So I even wave when I'm going to smile and wave. Because just in case they're looking out the window, they're like, oh, shoot, she sees us. So I'm waving. Hi, Mary.
Yes?
How are you doing?
Good.
Good. Well, my name's Megan. I tried calling you, and I couldn't reach you. But you had filled this out right here. It was about the state-regulated program. It pays for final expenses, and they gave it to me because I live right here in North Carolina, just right down the road. I live like 5 minutes from you, but you probably didn't recognize my number when I called because I do the same thing.
Okay, wait, what was this?
It's the state-regulated program. It pays for final expenses, and is that your signature right there?
Yeah, actually, that is my signature.
Yeah. So my job, I'm just supposed to get you the information, ask you a couple questions, see what you qualify for. It only takes a couple minutes. You got a couple minutes.
Okay. Does my husband need to be here? Because his name is on there too.
Yeah. Is he home?
Yes, he's home.
Perfect. Okay. Yes, I would love to meet him as well.
Okay.
Just this takes a couple minutes.
Okay.
No big deal.
Yeah, come on in.
All right.
Come
cool,
on in.
Cool.
Okay.
Do you drink coffee?
I do.
Oh my gosh. You see, it's like I'm not nervous, and I make it a point to not be nervous. Because when you're nervous and you go up there, you're going to terrify Mary. Because I could go up there and let's just do.
She did seem kind of pushy. Like, I was even backing up into my own house. Like, she was coming in.
Come on in. So you want to do one where, like, it's not going to work?
Yes. Okay, let's do that.
All right.
Hello?
Mary?
Yes.
Hi, Mary. My name is Megan, and you had filled this out right here. Do you remember that?
No, I don't remember that.
Oh. Are you sure?
Let me see here. What is this?
This is about the card you and it looks like you and Richard filled out.
No, I don't.
No?
I'm not interested.
Really?
Really.
Why?
You're scaring me.
Like that is what not to do. Like, I am nervous and I'm terrifying Mary. Like, even if you are nervous, it's like, don't make yourself not be. Like, you're laid back, you're excited. You tried to reach her, and she probably didn't recognize your number. It's like play it over and over and over and over again in your head because you're good at what you focus on. You're good at what you focus on. You're good at what you obsess over. And so I've just played it in my head thousands and thousands and thousands of times. And then, finally, it just starts, you just start doing it. You just get better and better and better as you go. Want to try it? All right, let's do that.
Yes?
Hi, Mary.
Yes?
Hi, how are you doing?
Good.
Good. Well, my name's Megan. I tried calling you, and I couldn't reach you, but you probably didn't recognize my number. I do the same thing. No big deal.
Okay.
But you had filled out this card here, and it was about the state-regulated program right here. It pays for final expenses, and they gave it to me because I live like 5 minutes from your house, and so I'm just supposed to get you the information. So what I do is I just ask you a couple questions, see what you qualify for. Just takes a couple of minutes, no big deal.
Okay. Well, I'm actually getting ready to step out to the store right
Oh, you're going to the store?
Yeah, I've got to go run some errands.
Okay. Well, no problem. No problem. If you can give me just 2 minutes because I'm leaving to go to North Carolina tomorrow, I promise I won't take much of your time. It just takes a couple of minutes.
Okay. Well, I had my purse ready. Like, we're going to the store right now.
Well, shoot. Okay. All right. No problem. What I'm going to do is I have to go to a couple different places, and then I'll just swing back by. Does this afternoon work okay for you?
Yeah, after the store should be fine.
Perfect.
How long does it take?
Just a couple minutes.
Okay.
No big deal.
Because I'm busy. But
Yeah,
if
no.
it just takes
No,
a
I
couple
hear you.
minutes.
I'm
Okay.
super busy too. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go to these other appointments here, and then I'll just swing back by.
Okay.
All right, hon.
All right.
I'll see you here shortly.
All right.
All right.
Sounds good.
Okay. So
I think it's important to point out that you used aim, you acknowledged, you ignored, and you moved right past it. And you just said the same thing because then it's like in her head.
Yeah.
2 minutes, no big deal. Be
Right.
right back.
no big deal. No big deal. I'm busy too. No problem. I'm busy too. I'm just going to go to a couple places. I'll be right back. But I don't leave my phone number. All right, here's my number. Call me when you get back to the house. They ain't going to call you. Why would she call me? No. She's not sure that she even wants to let me in her house. She ain't going to call me. So I think that's important.
So one of the tools that we use when we're door knocking, so as you see, so this piece of paper that Megan has here, she carries her lead with her to the door. She might have said that already. But you carry the lead with you to the door.
I carry the lead. I carry everything with me.
And then what else do you carry?
So I carry my bag. It's got paper applications in it. It's got my pens. I got my phone. I got everything because I am ready to do that appointment right then and there. And then also the delivery notices that when they're not there, we stick one on their door. Delivery notice. They're going to call you back because they're excited that they have a delivery.
Yeah, they really think you dropped off a package. They call you right back.
Yeah.
We are the package.
We are the package.
Yep.
And so also when they call you back, well, what do? I can tell you what I do. They're calling me back. I don't answer my phone when I'm out doing door knocks. I see her number come through and I see the lead and oh my gosh, that same phone number matches the lead and I know she's home because she called me. I'm just going right back there. I know she's there. I don't need to call her back.
Right.
So.
And then I think Stephany and I do it a little bit different than she does. So if you want to touch on that.
So when I leave the sticky note, I know you actually put an ID.
I do put an ID.
I don't. I just put Stephany R. Don't put your full last name in case you get some crazy people. Don't want them to know your whole name and number. But then when I see it coming in, what I used to do was I would get so excited, I would answer the phone because I'd be like, oh, they're calling me back. I can go back over. But I wouldn't remember the name, and I wouldn't remember like if it was mortgage protection or final expense, and then they would think I was a scam because I would be like, well, okay, Mary, what's your last name? And she would be like, well, if you know who I am, why don't you know my last name? And it didn't matter what I would say at that point. It would fail completely. So now what I do is I just wait, and if I'm having a good day and I'm moving through the rest of my schedule, I listen to my voicemails at the end of the day, and then I make a note of like that time they were home, and I just go back over. I will say that I did one time call the lady back, and she was like, "Oh yeah, you got a package for me, you can bring it over anytime." And so I went over, and we're sitting there doing the appointment. She let me right in, no problem. And while we're sitting there talking, she's like, "I'm waiting for a package to come. Should be here any minute." And I'm like, "I'm the package." And it was so funny. I ended up writing a $106,000 annuity for her.
Woo!
A single premium $10,000 policy, and Bam is actually working right now with us. She has a little over $2.4 million. So,
Nice.
I mean, you don't know. That's why it's so important to try a little bit of everything, because we all have similarities, but we are not the same, and our personalities are not.
And I think it's like putting yourself out there. Like, we're figuring stuff out because we're working. And I think that's important to know, because I used to put on the ID 658012. So people would call me, send me a voicemail, be like, "Yeah, my name is Mary, 658012. I'm like, shoot, everybody's 658012. So what I started doing was 658012FE. When they call, I know it's final expense. Thank you, Chris Manifold. Appreciate it. Mortgage protection, 658012MO. Medicare, 658012MD. And so, like, I know, Medicare. But, I think it's just important to know that it's like, when you're going out there and you're putting yourself out there and you're working, you get better. You start seeing, I should be doing that. You start figuring it out. Because we weren't perfect from day one, and I think it's important to know that. We're still not perfect. We're still learning. We still ask questions. We still communicate. And I think that's a big thing to know as well. Like, I still call Mike and Noelle. I still ask questions every single day. And I know Stephany and I know VeRae, we ask questions because we know we don't know everything.
I think an important thing to point out is talk to your upline, because I think a lot of people from this speech is like, "Oh, I'm just going to do door knocking. I'm going to be just like Megan Wood." And it's like, that's not how she started. So dialing is a huge part of what we do. So talk to your upline and get good at that, and then weave these in. Because if you try to go out there and just blindly door knock, you're probably going to get your teeth kicked in, and you're not going to be too happy.
Yeah, exactly.
So trust me, I tried it. I was like, I'm going to be like Megan Wood. No. I was like, Jake, I need to dial this evening. But that would be my advice. So we've got a few of these for you guys. So if you guys... they're available at the Alliance store as well.
That's
so
right.
If you guys don't have these door knock stickies, stop at the Alliance store. But whoever screams the loudest, we're going to throw some of these out too.
Hey, give us two each. Yeah, so they have it says delivery notice, first attempt, second attempt, final attempt, addressee, delivery date, time you were there, ID, contact person, which is us, and then your phone number. All right?
Right, and there's first, second, and final attempt. I always check second or final. I never check first, by the way.
That's right.
Right.
Yeah,
all right, so who wants some door knock stickies? All right, ready? 1, 2, 3.
These are dangerous.
That's right. Did you knock somebody out, Stephany?
I didn't.
You got more of those?
I still have a ton.
Oh,
there we go.
I'm going to let you do.
Let's see. I'll do one more. All right, who wants this one? There we go. Cool.
Like a frisbee.
I can't watch.
Well,
All
we
right.
appreciate your guys'
Thank you.
time. Thank you.